Welcome back. In the last episode, we populated our Northwind-Lite database with realistic seed data. Today, we're going to take it a step further by writing server-side functions in Postgres. These functions will allow us to calculate order totals, summarize customer purchases, and a whole lot more, all live in Neon. So why would we want to use functions? Well, if you've worked with SQL Server stored procedures, Postgres functions will feel very familiar. Server-side functions are great for a few key reasons. Reusability. You write the logic once and you can call it from anywhere. Performance. Computations run inside the database, reducing client-side work. And consistency. Business logic lives in one place instead of being duplicated. Just like stored procedures in SQL Server, these functions let you push logic closer to the data. In this episode, we'll build 3 simple functions to show how this works in practice. Get order total, which takes in the order ID parameter. Get orders with totals. And then get customer sales, which takes on a customer ID as a parameter. Let's get back to our Neon console and SQL editor so we can type in our first function. This function calculates the total cost of an order by adding up unit price times quantity for all items belonging to a given order ID. The code create or replace a function named getOrderTotal, which takes on one parameter called porderID. And this is an integer variable representing the order ID. The function returns a numeric value and the 10, 2 means up to 10 digits total and 2 digits after the decimal point, typical of currency. The language SQL means the function is written in SQL. This means the function body is a single SQL statement whose result is returned automatically. Anything between the $2 signs, this and that, is the body of the function. It runs a single select statement and returns its result. To execute this command or to create this function, we'll click on Run. And as you can see, the statement executed successfully. To call this function and to see if it works, we can basically do a select statement with the name of the function we created and pass it a parameter, and then click Run. And as you can see, we'll get a result of 230 for get the order total. Now let's create our next function, get orders with totals. First, we'll clear out our screen and type our code. We'll expand so we can see the code in full. Basically, this function returns all orders with customer names and total amounts. Notice the return here, the returns table syntax here, perfect for returning multiple columns. We join orders, customers, and order items tables to aggregate totals. Let's click Run to create this function. It was created successfully. Now to execute this function or test it, we can call it with a basic select statement, like select star from the function's name, and then click Run to get the following results. Now we have a quick way to see all orders and their totals. Again, all processing happens in Neon's cloud database. Now let's create a third function, get customer sales. So let's clear out our screen and type our function code. And this function calculates total sales for a given customer. It takes on one parameter called customer ID, and the aggregation happens across all orders for that customer. This is useful for dashboards or analytics. So if we were to run this, click the Run button here, and it executed successfully. To demonstrate its usefulness, we'll call a function using a basic select statement in the function name, passing it a parameter of 1, which is basically the customer ID, 1. And then if we run this, we should get a result of get customers sales. So basically, instant customer sales total. The function abstracts away the SQL complexity. We can test all our functions here to ensure data and logic are correct. For example, we call our functions passing in different parameters and then run. We can see the results here for each of the functions and the data they return, and then ensure that our logic and the data is correct. In a cloud environment like Neon, you can reuse these functions from multiple apps or BI tools. That's it for episode 4. We now have 3 practical server-side functions in our Neon-hosted Northwind-Lite database. In the next episode, we'll tackle advanced functions, including window functions, JSON aggregation, and rolling totals, perfect for reporting and analytics in the cloud. Make sure your database and seed data are ready, and we'll take it on to the next level. And as a quick reminder, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episode in this series. See you in the next video.